Right? When you, in all seriousness, what time do you wake up usually in the morning right now? You like a 5:30 guy?
No, different than coaching.
Yeah, well, that's why I wanted to get a now and then what was it coaching?
Yeah, I mean, I'm reasonable. I think it's 7 o'clock now.
Yeah, okay.
Coaching a lot earlier.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the coaching thing, though, is tricky because you're either a night guy or a morning guy.
Right.
And you got to be careful about being both. Right. Sometimes you're leaving the office late, and then you're getting up early, and you're burning on both ends.
Right.
So you try to be disciplined.
Yeah. What did you tend to do? Were you more of the morning or late night
guy?
Well,
I'm someone who likes to finish the task before I go to bed.
Yeah.
So oftentimes the tasks make you stay up later.
Right.
And then you got to be careful. You got to push yourself away from the desk, put the clicker down.
Definitely.
And go home.
Right. Because you realize that the work you're doing is not beneficial to the team at that point, right?
Yeah. But then on the other side of it, now you're waking up early.
Right.
And you're squeezing it. And the most important time you have as a coach is the time with the players. And a lot of coaches take a lot of pride in saying, hey, I left here at 2 and I'm back here at 5:30. I'm like, well, you're not going to be real good today.
Yeah.
Particularly if you're doing that day after day, week after week.
Right.
So,
were you ever coach who slept in the office guy?
I really tried not to do that. We used to play some crazy games in Dallas. We'd play Sunday night before Thanksgiving, that kind of a thing. So I'd go from the Sunday night game or whatever and just go into the office and
start cracking away at the next game.
And so some of those weeks. But, I used to get mad at myself if I was staying so late, getting up early. I'm like, we got to be more efficient than this.
Yeah, right.
We got to be able to allocate the work in such a way where we empower people that you don't always feel like you have to do everything. And I think as coaches go, they learn that.
Yeah.
I had a great visit with Dan Quinn the other day, and I asked him about how are you different now in 2025 with the Commanders than you were in 2015. And Dan's an amazing coach and an amazing culture guy.
Yeah.
And he said the coach in 2015
in Atlanta, you mean? Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah. When he first went to Atlanta, he always wanted to do everything. He was the guy that I'm going to help you with this. I'm going to help you with this. I'm going to help you with this. And he said, I wasn't empowering people enough. I wasn't building leaders enough, and I was trying to do everything. Now I pull back.
Right.
And I try to create a good environment for other people to do all that. And, it just comes with time and experience to be able to transfer that and kind of let loose a little bit. And it's hard to do.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, just while we're on the subject, just because I love talking about stuff like this, any coach you were around through your years where you're just like, I can't believe he can stay up that late and come in there that early, or like just the hours or the way he approached it where you were like, damn, I couldn't do that. I need to go home and get a night's sleep at some point.
You and I both were around John Gruden.
Yeah.
But John very famously got up at 3:28.
He was early and leave early more.
Yeah,
guy,
he left
right?
early.
Right.
And again, you have to choose one, or else you're not going to be able to sustain it.
Yeah.
And those guys, there are a lot of guys that said, hey, I'm going to be home for dinner. I'm going to be home and see my kids, and admirably so. But then they're the guys that are up there.
Right.
They're in the office at 5.
Right.
I never really bought into the whole thing. You hear it a lot. Hey, the player, the coach saying, I wanted to be the first guy in the building.
Yeah.
I get it. I understand why they're saying it. It's dedication. It's all those things.
Sure.
But, again, let's do things in an efficient way. Let's have a system in place where we can live a little bit of a balanced life. It's imbalanced.
Yeah.
We all know that.
Right.
During the season. But try your best to structure in such a way so you can function at a high level over time.
Yeah.
What was your nightly sleep goal during the season, and how often did you manage to hit it?
Oh, I didn't hit it that much. I would probably say if I was getting less than 6 hours of sleep on a consistent basis, you're not going to be able to.
It catches up to you. Yeah.
And so it's funny because we had sleep study people come in and talk to our team a lot, and so sleep has become something that everybody is really emphasizing a lot more now.
The sports science of the world.
Yeah. We had this amazing person come in. Her name was Shona Holson, and we were having some issues with some injuries and whatever. So we talked about let's bring in a recovery person, and the people we had there, our trainers and our strength coach, they were phenomenal at what they do. But it was always like, hey, how can we try to get better? And so she comes in. She was amazing. She's from Australia, and she was regarded as like the person who was the most expert at this. And So she worked with the Australian rules team. She worked with, I think, Manchester United, the Sacramento Kings, the North Carolina women's soccer team, all this. She had all this diversity all across the world. And she comes in, and she was so old school. She had a pyramid, a recovery pyramid, and the base of the pyramid was sleep. And she talked about, she said, you can do all the other things. Your body's an amazing machine. The way you recover most is by sleeping. And she talked about what happens. It's like sleep is like a toothbrush to your brain. It cleans out your brain.
Sure.
Muscles, memory, all these different things. And she just talked about the value of that. And then she talked about hydration, compression, nutrition, all these basic fundamental things, the building blocks. And the stuff on the top of the pyramid was all the other stuff.
Right.
That's good, but cryotherapy and all the different things that are put in front of pro athletes all the time. And so she talked about the value of that. And so the sleep questions came up. And guys on our team, I'll never forget, Tyrone Crawford, defensive lineman, amazing guy.
Great player, too. Yeah.
And he said, I get my oxygen chamber on Wednesday and Thursday, the hard practice. She said, stop. If you're getting in there instead of sleeping, it's not as good. Sleeping is better.
Right.
Sleeping is better.
Right.
And so, guys, as coaches, we all ask the question, can you catch up?
Yeah.
Okay, so if Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you're staying there all hours of the night. Can you catch up with a 3-hour nap on Friday afternoon?
Right.
Or sleeping on the plane, going to the game or whatever. She's like, you can, but over time you need to balance it out.
Yeah.
So for me, visiting with her kind of reinforced the idea that try to be disciplined, try to live as normal life as you can, because again, you need to be great in front of the players. You need to be great for 3 hours on Sunday.
Right.
That's the most important stuff.
Coaches looking sleepy on Saturday and Sunday. It used to be like, you used to see it so much because you're like, I could tell he was exhausted. And now he got to sleep in on a Sunday morning, and you could tell this coach is still waking up, and it's like, hey, we're going to the game. You got to wake up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Exactly right.
They're in like a coma because of lack of sleep all week.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.